Merry meet everyone. Thank you for watching Witches of the Moon. Today is Thursday. I am your sub. I am Houston. I am subbing for Natalie today. And this week on Witches of the Moon, we are talking about incense and the uses that we use incense in our practice. Excuse me. What incense can be used for. Different tips and tricks and things like that. That's what I like to do my videos on anyway. Try to give you guys some advice on what you can use and what I never say what you can't use it for, because I think there's unlimited possibilities. But incense in and of itself is associated with the element of air. So think of things such as cleansing, calling things in, attraction, banishment, consecration, things like that. A couple of things that I use incense for. I use it for offerings. I do once, depending on how busy my week is. I've started doing it now either 3 times a week or once a week. I do an offering to the spirits around my area, the spirits I work with, the deities, my higher self, and my guides and guardians. And I kind of lump that into one sum ritual that I have planned out. But I use incense as the main offertory. Hold on, I froze. I also use wine as part of that offertory as well, but incense is the major offertory component. Some other things I've used it instead of using a smudge stick, I've used different blends of incense like frankincense and myrrh to cleanse a new area. I've done that when I used to live in an apartment by myself. Before I would put anything in. When I got the key and before I got the moving crew in, I would go in there with either a sage stick, which is considered loose incense, frankincense and myrrh stick incense, sage stick incense, or dragon's blood incense. And I would walk through the apartment or the house that I was going to live before putting my stuff in to cleanse the energies and get it ready for me, basically. And I also do that kind of thing when I'm leaving a place. Once I've gotten all my stuff out of a particular apartment or house, I go back in there and I go with a blend of incense and I go through the house and I thank the spirits of the place and thank the spirits of the house and the guardians of this house, the apartment or house that kept me safe and kept me sheltered, and I offer them things with incense. And that's kind of something I do personally. There's other things you can do. You can appease spirits, which I guess is the same thing. If, let's say, there's been some energetic disturbances or things going bump in the night that a regular cleansing just can't get rid of. Maybe you've tried to cleanse and it doesn't really get rid of the thing. Maybe there's, even though you cleanse it, the spirit keeps coming back because it has, it's angry and it's pointing its anger out at you, which it sometimes happens, and that doesn't happen all the time. It happens sometimes. I know I had that happen in the past when I lived with a roommate. We were both pagan, and we lived in an apartment near this kind of man-made pond, I guess you could say. It's not a lake, it's like a little pond with a fountain and stuff. And we used to, the apartment that we were was right there on the edge of it. And so we did magic and stuff in our apartment for our personal self, for protection and anything we needed to do. But one night we were watching TV and we got this really, 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 really weird feeling. Like something wasn't right, like something broke through our protection. Because we were both heavenly earth-based witches. We had everything guarded up so we wouldn't get robbed, we wouldn't get anything thrown at us or anything like that. And it just felt like something came through. And it was super weird, like we just felt on edge. So we kind of turned the movie off. Well, actually, no, we didn't. Hold on. We didn't turn the movie off. We kept watching it for a while. And then from where we were sitting on the couch, her bedroom, my roommate's bedroom, was directly to the right, and you could see in through her door, and you could see posters. And we had a light on, so you saw like a little gleam on the poster. She was a big Twilight fan. And in that gleam, you could see a face, which is really, really creepy. We saw a face in the shadow. And we were like, okay, well, something's going on. We feel this kind of thing. And we asked someone who's better psychically than we were at the time what was going on, why is this in the house? And she told us that we somehow angered it, and we didn't know how. Maybe we just didn't welcome ourselves or whatever, but we did a mix of incense as an offering of rose, jasmine, and geranium as an offering to no, it wasn't geranium. I know rose and jasmine were part of it. Rose, jasmine, frankincense maybe? Or dragon's blood, one of the two. This has been like 5 years ago. But we went through all out the house, and while we were doing incense, we were almost saying that we were sorry, we didn't know what we did wrong, but, you know, we apologize and take this, and please leave us in peace, kind of thing. And then after that, we left the house for a couple hours, just to let it all sink in, came back, and it was fine. Incense is also a major part in other religious practices as well. It's a big part in Catholicism. They use frankincense and myrrh kind of to sanctify and bring in the Holy Spirit into their mass, I guess you could say. I didn't do a lot of research. I'm just bringing stuff off the top of my head. The Chinese and Japanese use it to honor their ancestors, or honor the kami of the land, which is the god of the land. And the different kami. There's many different kamis in Japanese tradition. That's more Japanese. Chinese use it for honoring their ancestors that went before them, and to ask for their guidance. Hindu people of Hinduism, they use it to honor their gods. I don't know much about that, so I just know they use incense to honor their gods and for meditation practices. Incense has been used either loose form or stick or cone form for many, 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 many years. It's used to set the mood, to cleanse space, for protection, for many, many different things. Another thing that I use incense for, and a fun thing to do incense for is for divination, is I make a special loose incense blend, like a powdered blend, and I burn it on charcoal disc, and I sit outside, because if I do it in my house, my smoke alarm will go off. So I'd sit outside, dark night, have candle right beside it, in the cauldron with the charcoal inside the cauldron, dab, or put a little bit of the incense in it, and let the smoke come up, and kind of gaze into it like I'm scrying to see what's going on, or if I have a particular question, to see if I can get some guidance or clarity. That's a fun thing I like to do. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I have to get ready for work soon. But if you have any questions or comments, or anything in particular you want to talk about, I do respond to the comments that are posted on my videos for Witches of the Moon. So if you have anything, please leave them below for me, and I will get in contact with you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Many blessings.